the square. They scrub the name from the hall. They judge the century by today's light and call it progress when it falls. The historian says, wait a moment. The crowd says that moment is now. They're not studying the past, they're cleaning their conscience somehow. Understanding requires placement. Placement requires the messy truth. You can't compress a century into a present tense rebuke. Burn the name, pull the stone. You still can't understand a world you've never known. Claim the win, call it right, but comfort isn't wisdom and erasure isn't light. It happened, now understand it. Without the discomfort of the why. History is not a villain museum. It's a record of how people lived and died. When you erase instead of examine, you lose the evidence of the cause. You don't dismantle a system's engine by painting over its walls. Understanding requires placement. Placement requires the messy truth. You can't compress a century into a present tense rebuke. For the structure ran for decades without cost. When the formal mechanism fails to function, the informal fills the loss. This is not clean, this is not precise. Individual targeting is a crude instrument, but when no court was ever open, the crowd becomes the substitute. Imperfect justice is not the same as no justice. The mob is not the answer, it's the symptom. Fix the system and you fix the reckoning. Leave the gap and the mob fills in. When the formal route is closed, the informal finds a way. When the law protects the lawmakers, the street begins to legislate. The mob is not what we wanted. The mob is what you made. When accountability goes missing, the reckoning gets delayed, then it lands. Oh! Then it lands. The flaw in individual targeting is real. Wrong person, wrong scale, wrong tool. But trace the origin back further, and you find who broke the rule. They didn't build a mechanism for the harm they knew they caused. They left the gap, they left the anger. Now they're shocked by the applause. The reckoning is late. The reckoning is crude. It lands on the wrong address sometimes, but the bill was always coming due. The law protects the lawmaker. gets delayed, then it lands. Woo! You didn't build a system, so the people built a substitute. Of accountability, but the timing is too precise. The target is politically inconvenient. The scandal arrives like a device. Two people commit the same act. One is canceled, one is praised. The difference is not the action, it's which side needs to be erased. This is not the same as accountability. This is a campaign wearing its mask. Silenced, silenced by design. Silenced, not for the crime but for the line. They drew a line and you crossed it wrong. Silenced by design. Drives the narrative to the surface. Watch who disappears back into the feed. Watch which controversy survives the cycle. Watch which one they bury when they need. The tool of accountability is powerful in the hands of power. It turns vicious when it targets inconvenience instead of harm. The whole mechanism becomes malicious. Accountability requires symmetry. Symmetry requires no exceptions. The moment the rule has a political direction, it stopped being a rule, it became a weapon. Silenced, silenced by design. Silenced, not for the crime but for the line. They drew a line and you crossed it wrong. Silenced by design. When accountability is selective, it's not accountability, it's strategy. Someone else's feed. The rule exists when they need the rule. The rule dissolves when it doesn't serve the need. They publish the terms in legal language. They enforce them on a rotating basis. One platform, one authority, no recourse. One verdict with no process. Over years, certain voices fall and others rise. The transparency report says nothing useful. The selection process never specifies. They call it policy, they call it safety, but safety has a preference here. The hammer falls on the voices that cost them. The hammer eyes when the profit is clear, when the rule applies to you but not to them. You're not reading a policy, you're reading a position. Selective hammer. Selective hammer falls. Selective, it knows exactly who to crush. Selective hammer, not justice, just us. No rulebook, no appeals, no symmetry, just authority. The word forms at the back of your throat. You run the risk assessment before you speak. You calculate the blast radius. You check the wind before you breathe. This is not censorship from a government office. This is something deeper in the bone. You learn to police yourself so quietly you forgot you used to speak alone. The cage doesn't need a warden when the prisoner holds the key. Internal suppression needs no budget, but it costs everything. Bite down, swallow the sentence, walk the approved line, count the acceptable opinions, watch the perimeter, learn the forbidden combinations. Now try to think something original. You can't, that's the design. The creator edits in the draft before the page has room to breathe. The thinker runs a filter on the thought before it gets the chance to live. You don't need a sensor in the building, you don't need a watch on the wire. When everyone controls their own output, the system maintains its own fire. The design. Every self-censored voice is a gift to the system. They tweet behind the wall, they call it accountability, but they don't play by those rules at all. The scale tips before the verdict lands. They hold the gavel in protected hands. Loaded dice, loaded dice. The game was rigged before you rolled. Loaded dice, loaded dice, loaded dice, loaded dice. The weak get burned, the strong get cold. Loaded dice. You see the pattern in the pics, the famous walk, the fired fall. One rule for the powerful, another rule for all. They post a name, the crowd arrives. They light the pie affairs, but nobody cancels the ones who built the structure that would last. The system loves this weapon, it points away from them. The noise goes left, the noise goes right. The walls stay where they've always been. Loaded dice, loaded dice. The game was rigged before you rolled. Loaded dice, loaded dice, loaded dice, loaded dice. The weak get burned, the strong get cold. Loaded dice. The list is never random. The person pays in public, the institution pays in press release. A tweet and 10 apologies, the board gets a bonus for peace. Individual error burned at the stake, structural crime rebranded, reframed. They write a statement full of compassion, then everything stays exactly the same. The individual bleeds, the individual bleeds. The institution feeds, the individual bleeds. The institution breeds. Oh, the individual bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. One person's name on every feed, one company behind the scene. They punish the face on the poster, I leave the engine running clean. You see the pattern if you look, but look, it makes you inconvenient. They keep the fire aimed at people, and the system stays obedient. Two standards in one system, the gap is not accidental. It was built this way. The individual bleeds. Ooh, the individual bleeds. The institution feeds. Ooh, the individual bleeds. The institution breeds. Ooh, the individual bleeds and bleeds and bleeds. The penalty has no expiration date. The error gets a sentence without parole. They built a trap with one-way doors, no mechanism to make the broken whole. Contrition means nothing to the algorithm. Apology doesn't delete from the feed. The mistake lives at the top of every search, long past any reasonable need. No road back, no road back. You paid and paid and it still doesn't end. No road back, no road back. The machine has no forgiveness to extend. No road back. The punishment runs permanent regardless. The size of the offense is irrelevant now. A small mistake and a catastrophic one get the same infinite sentence somehow. They don't want rehabilitation. They want the file kept open, kept alive. An active outrage profile keeps the machine profitable and wide. No road back, no road back. You paid and paid and it still doesn't end. No road back, no road back. The machine has no forgiveness to extend. No road back. The crowd arrives before they read a sentence stripped from its paragraph. Is a weapon built for speed. They don't need to fabricate, they just need to amputate. Take the clause that sounds the worst and cut everything before. Who decides what half gets shed? Who decides which context disappears? Was manufactured elsewhere. They turn a nuanced argument into a headline strip bare. You can't defend a cropped image. You can't explain a severed line. By the time the full text surfaces, the verdict's already been assigned. The weapon doesn't need to lie. It only needs to edit. Disappears. Who decides the moment future builds by Tuesday morning. The institution watches the engagement rate. When the big client threatens to walk away, they find someone small to throw to the gate. They issue the statement, they cut the contract, they frame it as values, they frame it as care. They never apply the same standard upward, they never ask who sits at the top of the stair. Watch the pattern over years and sectors. When the revenue is threatened, a body appears. A low-level staffer, a contractor, an affiliate. The boardroom gives a statement and disappears. The principle only applies to the disposable. It evaporates at a certain net worth. When the smaller sacrifice to shield the large, they call it moral leadership, they call it growth. The ethics apply to the exposed. The shield belongs to the ones with most. The bigger the client, the faster someone small gets burned for closure. Sacrifice. Sacrifice the small. Sacrifice. Keep the large behind the wall. Sacrifice. Always someone cheaper to fall. Sacrifice the small and call it standing tall. Policy last quarter. They frame it in the lobby on the wall. It applies exactly to the powerless and dissolves completely at the next earnings call. Sacrifice. Sacrifice the small. Sacrifice. Keep the large behind the wall. Sacrifice. Always someone cheaper to fall. Sacrifice the small and call it standing tall. The ethics statement doesn't cover the architects. The outrage machine doesn't run on justice. It runs on attention. And attention pays. The notification drop at 9 a.m. A name, a clip, a manufactured storm. The clues are right before the context does. The engagement metric starts to form. They say they're holding people accountable. They never say accountable to whom. The advertiser buys the inventory built on the body in the room. They mourn the harm. They sell the harm. The product is the wound. They call it accountability, but bill it as content. They call it justice, but the invoice says events. Outrage pays the server cost. Justice cost them nothing when the fire is the feature, not the flaw, not the flaw. You are the product. You are the product. They need the target more than the truth. They need the fire more than the fix. They'll warn you in the opening segment and sell the ad space in between. The cancellation drives the quarterly. The resurrection drives the sequel. The whole machine requires casualties. The whole machine requires people. They'll platform the forgiveness tour with the same production value. They monetize the fall, they monetize the climb and call it balanced coverage. They call it accountability, but bill it as content. They call it justice, but the invoice says respond. The feed is moved on to the next one before the first fire is gone. Speed is not the same as justice. Volume is not the same as truth. The loudest voice controls the verdict, and the loudest voice wants blood for proof. They built this engine out of outrage. They feed it fresh material each day. Sometimes it catches real offenders, sometimes it just burns the wrong away. The crowd was never sworn to accuracy. The mob was never trained for evidence. Justice needs time. Justice, the mob don't care about time. Justice needs more than a trending line. Justice, or it's just a crime. Accountability requires a process. The feed requires a sacrifice. They look the same from the outside, but only one of them gets it right. Justice needs time. Justice, the mob don't care about time. Justice needs more than a trending line. Justice, or it's just a crime.